Greetings everyone! This tutorial is about gain staging and the positive effects it has on a mix, which will help you with your quest to achieve the best clarity and energy of your individual tracks, so that your overall mix will also be easier to work with. Gain staging is the process of making sure your individual track's volume, or gain, is as close to 0 decibels throughout the signal's effect chain, as long as the effect isn't an amplification VST like compression, transient coloring, limiters, etc. Producers become confused with this process when mentioning the signal's volume being close to 0 decibels. What that means is that even when you turn down the track's overall volume, the original sound and effects chain's output signal are still close to 0 decibels. Gain staging is easy and shouldn't take long to do. All you need to use is the DAW's default gain meter and maybe a gain utility VST that won't color the original signal. Most DAWs come with one. In Ableton, it is called Utility, and I tend to use it a lot for gain staging. The first step is to turn off all effects to the synth or recording and play through the song to see where the highest peaks hit. Your goal is to get as close to 0 decibels without going over. You do not have to be very close to 0 decibels, but do try to stay within 1 to 3 decibels. Since most VSTIs do not have any kind of added noise from the background, as you would from, say, a recording with a mic, you have more flexibility with the signal's overall gain level. If you find your signal has different peaks each time it is played, you should render out that signal so that the peaks are more stable. The second step is to then add or turn back on the first effect, be it a chorus, flanger, spatial imager, EQ, reverb, delay, practically any effect except amplification effects like the ones I mentioned earlier, like compression, limiter, things like that. Start playing the signal again while checking the peaks to see where the highest peak reaches. If it is close to 0 decibels, or close enough for you, you do not need to make any changes. But if the signal is now weaker, too far under 0 decibels, or too strong, over 0 decibels, then you will need to adjust the gain by using the effect's gain output, or if the effect does not have one, you can use the utility tool I mentioned earlier and bring the volume up or down as needed. Continue with step number 2 on each and every effect in the signal chain, making sure that the overall gain of the signal and each effect is as close to 0 decibels as it can be. If the effect is after a compressor, limiter, transient color, etc., don't worry, just continue the same gain staging process with this effect. This will ensure that the perceived volume and energy will continue through the signal's effect chain. It is highly encouraged that you check your gain staging if you've made any significant changes to the original signal or the effects in the chain after you've done the first initial gain staging. I hope that this tutorial has helped you understand more about gain staging and its positive effects on mixing. It is essential to learn this process if you want the most out of each of your signals, as well as an easier overall mixing experience. Please subscribe to my YouTube page where I will be doing more tutorials, and many thanks to the following viewers who donated to me so that I could purchase a better video editing software: AX10 Steam, Sound Columns, Spittles, Grimly Ghost, Shroomhead1, Medlar, and Keys. My many thanks to you all. It is very appreciated. If you would like to chat with other music producers from all over the world about music production and get instant feedback on your music, you can catch my video stream on Twitch every Monday through Friday, 12 to 5 p.m. Pacific Time at twitch.tv/Kinetic Distortion. You can also find more tutorials and tips on music production at kineticdistortion.com. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my chat room soon.